Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Daredevil River. And we are Dan.
We are the Daredevil River Boys, Steve and Paul, and I am Super Dan.
I'm Stephen Paul, and you can get me at Stephen Paul Cast.
You just find me at Daredevil River on the gram.
Yeah, the Danagram.
Yeah, it's the Danagram.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like only Dan's, but we haven't set that up yet.
The ladies have been asking.
They have
more gentlemen than ladies, but
it's true on all ends. Like, hey, whoa, I didn't mean it like that, but it's just it is what it is.
I mean, how much are we talking? How much could we make?
Yeah.
Dan, I owed 50% of your only dance.
Yeah, I'm very aware of that. Welcome one, welcome all.
Absolutely.
Episode 6.
And we are on our second Thursday episode.
Correct.
So I hope this is working out great for everybody. The 7 o'clock, I totally thought we were starting at 8 o'clock. And I was trying to get everything together, because I build kind of our arc as we go throughout the week. But like I do it on different accounts and all sorts of things, and then I couldn't log into one or the other. It's just
there's a bunch of technical difficulties,
Yeah, Dan got to see me have a bad reaction, but
yeah, it was almost like he got stung by a bee, but it was the bee of technical difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficult bees.
Yeah, no, we'll workshop it. But I dig it.
That's what comedy is.
It is indeed.
I hope you're all cracking up out there. I assume you are.
Hey, whoa, easy on the crack.
Mm-hmm.
But,
extra on the up.
Yeah, no, definitely on the up. Get on the up.
And if you're joining us here on YouTube, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, and leave a comment because that all helps us in the algorithm. We've been gaining followers, and it's really great. We really appreciate that. So, Dan.
Yes, Steve.
The name of the episode is something to do with, what the hell was it?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me. I'm just.
Oh, it was thought crimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, plenty of thought crimes going on.
Do you know what that? Do you know what that's a reference to?
No.
It's 1984, George Orwell.
Oh, okay, yeah, the literal 1984.
Yes, yeah, the book. And basically, what it's about is that there are certain, there's these very
Soylent Green is people?
Not really. No, it's more the opposite of the truth. So it's that double speak.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that on the Sensible Sociopath podcast.
Yeah, check it out. Wink. So what it is basically that there are, the Ministry of Truth is a propaganda machine.
Isn't that a wrestling team?
I believe so.
I'm pretty sure that was like a 90s wrestling team.
I was going to say
the Ministry of Truth.
Pre-NWO, yes.
Yeah. No,
yeah.
It was pre-NWO, just like D-Generation X.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Which is a very clever.
Posse and the Misfits.
Yes.
That was the thing.
Was it in wrestling?
Yeah, well, it was WCW before they merged.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, ICP, and it was Insane Clown Posse and the Misfits.
Did they have the Hatchet Man?
I don't know if they had the Hatchet Man.
Okay, because I've seen people with those tattoos, and I don't like them.
Yeah, no, they are the juggle ridiculous.
Yeah. Actually, they're kind of cool because they're all about love and tits.
That's the craziest thing. They are one of the I don't know who's hated more, Nickelback or ICP.
Well, I think ICP is
it's like, okay, new poll for everybody out there.
Let's put it on Twitter.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
I'll even put it on the gram. Who is hated more, ICP or Nickelback? And go.
And you'll be surprised at the answer. No one will.
I'm looking forward to it.
No, I think ICP, they have their following is so loyal. That's the thing.
And the craziest thing is regardless of how you feel about them,
mm-hmm.
they are two of the nicest and most generous guys
mm-hmm.
to ever play the ridiculousness that they are.
Yeah.
but
Well,
their music is hard to take seriously.
and you're wearing the Tombstone,
Yes, I am.
homage. It's hilarious that they could come up with like I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like a Wild West movie, and Violent J, the fatter one,
Yeah.
played the whatever the protagonist, and he has his makeup on while
Oh,
he's
yeah.
while he's doing it, and the crazy thing is like if they have 100,000 fans,
Did they do a street shootout with hatchets?
I bet
hope
you
to
that's
God
involved.
I hope
Yeah.
to God they dueled with hatchets.
Maybe what's his name? The other
Shaggy
one?
Two Dope.
Shaggy Two Dope. Maybe he was played an engine, and he did instead of the white, he did brown. I don't know.
I'd say normally you can't say that, but we have to be inclusive.
Speaking
We
of
have to be inclusive.
you can't say that. That's part of where this all goes.
That used to be a
Um,
Nickelodeon show.
You can't say that on television.
Yeah.
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 I preferred the ones where they pulled boogers out and like got slimed.
Oh
but-
God, that was it wasn't Double Dare, was it?
No, there was a different one. I mean, yeah, I think Double Dare had it all kind of involved too, but
Oh my God, 90s Nickelodeon contest shows.
yeah, that was before people were getting touched,
Holy fuck.
or Mark Summers was touching them, and he's just charming.
Yeah, well, he was charming, I imagine.
Absolutely. We are drinking Dragon's Milk
Well,
today.
Oh no, I still have some.
Yeah.
Have some. Not much, but some. Dragon's Milk.
Which my special
Strong
forces buddy,
stout beer.
my special forces buddies, he likes his stuff. I made the mistake of
Beer
we
you
were
can
going
chew.
shooting together, and so I brought him. I stayed the night at his house because he lives far away. And
Yeah,
it's-
that's the reason why.
no, his family's all there. It's really it's a very wholesome place.
We can get that footage on the Only Dance.
No, that's true.
We'll just do
yeah.
featuring Stephen Paul.
Yeah. Stephen Paul masturbating in strangers' houses.
Well,
I'm in the
as long
laundry
as it's
room.
with suntan lotion and not an antler,
Yeah,
I
if-
think we're good.
I need an antler in the room.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. We'll do it in his trophy room.
That's another wink to the sensible sociopath.
Wink.
Yep.
Oh, no, that was more like a blink. God, I'm fucking terrible.
I used to have a shelf up there before the city came in, and that had the antler on it. So I always went,
Yeah,
to it.
brought it up twice. At
Yeah.
least twice.
Oh yeah.
At least.
No, but every show I would do
Oh, yeah.
that. Yeah. Pay homage to where
We
I've
love
been.
you. That wasn't to
You
his
know.
homies in the sky. That was to the antler on his shelf.
Yeah, this is the future. I gotta pay respects to my past. Gotta own it.
Yeah, especially owning your own past, especially in today's age. Otherwise, you'll get canceled for it.
So I went over to my special forces buddy's house, and I brought over Bud Light,
Okay.
thinking, and I don't know if everybody here is a big comedy fan, but if you are, and you've kind of been in touch in the past like 5 years,
Yeah, if
Shane
you've been
Gillis.
touched in the past 5 years,
Shane Gillis
especially by comedians.
is a hilarious comedian. He
Oh,
was the
my
one.
goodness.
If you don't remember him, he was the one that was signed on, with Lauren Michaels to do Saturday Night Live, because he does impressions and he does like skits and all sorts of shit.
One
Um,
of the most hands down incredible impressions of Donald Trump
Exactly.
I have ever seen.
And so he's got a Netflix special that's called
Beautiful dogs.
Beautiful Dogs. Yeah.
Beautiful dogs.
And that's a wonderful special. He's not all like a Trump super fan or anything, but
No, he's just regular dude up there in
Yeah.
like t-shirt and jeans.
he's definitely gonna vote for Trump. But he's not like going up there like being so praise or whatever.
No, not
So-
at all.
So no matter what background you have, you can watch. But he was just made the spokesperson for Bud Light.
Fucking really?
Yeah. And so I was thinking like my buddy's like Captain America.
So
you know?
did he just dom Dylan Mulvaney and just put that right in the bottom? Is that what happened? He just
I think that's the
slammed
intention.
that shit and fucking
Yeah.
like topped it.
And basically any like podcast he goes on or anything he does, he downs a 24 pack of Bud Light, and everyone's amazed because he doesn't even really get drunk. Like he'll say he's drunk, but he doesn't appear drunk or act drunk.
It's like Dave Chappelle with them fucking high, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
And so, yeah.
That's
so
terrible. That was a terrible Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry.
And so so he's sponsoring it now. So anyways, I come to my Captain America. I come to his house and I bring just like 8 or 6 or 8 pack
it's
of Bud
fucking
Light.
Standard. Is this standard?
Yeah, because I was thinking Captain America's got to love domestics and all that shit. And he was so offended that I brought Bud Light. He like
Really?
several times he asked me, "Are you fucking with me?" Because of the Dylan Mulvaney thing. He's like, "No, you're fucking with me, huh?"
Yeah, no, I totally opened this box and resealed it before I brought it here. I'm that big of a jokester.
Yeah, and so
I've got that kind of time.
So
Fuck.
anyways, I drank that whole 6 or 8
By
pack
yourself?
or whatever. Yeah, well, over 2 days.
In 2
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
2
yeah.
days. Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was
How much?
pretty
Like
funny.
8 or 12?
There were 16-ounce cans. I think it was an 8 pack.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
think-
good buzz.
I think I drank 6 the first night and then 2 the next. But
You know, I think we brought it back with Shane dominating fucking Dylan Mulvaney, putting him the Z's there, whatever the
Mhm.
fuck it is, in their place on the bottom, and
that's where they like it.
yeah, no, totally, and endorsed by Kid Rock at the RNC,
Oh yeah, yeah.
with Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah. Hollywood Hogan.
God, that was-
NWO. It
That
all
was
comes back
so
around.
crazy.
Yeah.
That was so crazy.
Yeah.
Loved it every single minute.
What if he would have ripped through both shirts and his tits came out? He would have went with it.
Oh, he would have totally went with it.
He probably
If-
had to not rip that shirt.
In my opinion, if he had ripped both, I think the Undertaker would have shown up,
Oh yeah.
which is why he didn't.
the lights go down.
And then you
yeah.
just hear the bell toll.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
American Badass starts.
Yeah. Well, and you saw him come out to Real American.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He seemed not very limber when he was, he's probably got his
Fun
Ben
fact,
Gay all
I think
over.
it was last week. Hollywood was here.
yeah in Boise.
He was here in the Treasure Valley.
Some kind of booze or something. Beer.
American beer.
American.
I think
beer.
it was like Real American Beer
Yeah.
is like his fully endorsed fucking
Yeah.
alcoholic beverage, which is, beer.
Yeah.
I think even Stone Cold would probably put that down his gullet before he fucking stuns somebody.
I was gonna say if anybody's the
It'd
beer
be
mascot,
Stone Cold.
yes,
100%.
fucking popping 6 of them and
And just
yeah. You ever done that? You ever do the finger through and open a beer like that?
I have not, because
done it.
I have a proclivity for cutting myself in
Yes.
situations in which I probably shouldn't have cut myself.
Yeah. I had my shirt off and there was a guy who was a real dickhead, and because I was dating his girlfriend, his ex, and so I popped the beer open with my finger and I cut myself once, like I'd done it before, but anyways, he hands me my own shirt to wipe the blood, because he thought like, oh,
Yeah.
this will be fucked up.
Was
if
it a
he-
white shirt?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a white douchey shirt with like
oh
all
my
those
God,
gray
yes.
spirals and
Oh,
pattern on it and
Fuck
shit.
yes. Oh, put you in your
Yeah.
place, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do it though. I was like, you fucking handed me my own shirt, thinking it was a rag or a t-shirt or something. So,
Oh,
yes.
Good thing I don't share microphones.
yes. So yeah, our topic today, or I guess our theme. We try to have a theme.
It's a theme. I'd
for
say
every
it's more of a
episode.
theme than a particular topic.
Yeah.
But
And-
it's thought crimes.
Yes. And so thought crimes are basically, it's kind of like
Do we make those
Collateral.
public?
It's kind of like Collateral. You remember when like they did pre-crime?
That's a Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx movie,
Yeah.
isn't it? Collateral?
No,
No,
was it
No, that's
Collateral Damage?
that's Collateral Damage
Yeah.
with Schwarzenegger. The
Ugh.
Governator.
No, it was a future one where he had like the gloves that would like twist the shit up. and-
No. That is Minority Report
Minority
with Tom
Report.
Cruise.
Yes. Collateral is with Jamie Foxx, because
Correct.
Jamie Foxx was a taxi driver.
And there was Collateral Damage, which had Schwarzenegger. So Collateral was a grayed out Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
And then
And when he did
Collateral
that quick,
Damage.
when he did the quick 2-person shot,
Oh
dude,
yeah,
that
no,
was
fucking
so good.
Killer,
Yeah.
killer, just fucking killing it.
And by the way, Collateral Damage was supposed to be called Ground Zero, but
Really?
but right around then,
Collateral
9/11
came
happened.
out, right? What? Oh,
No, 9/11 happened, so they had to
yeah,
rename
we got
it
rid of all the Slurpees here in Idaho.
Collateral Damage.
It was
So.
it was shitty as fuck. We don't have a
That's 7-Eleven.
single 7-Eleven here in Idaho.
We did.
We did.
You could get a double big gulp
Yeah.
or double
64-ounce fucking Slurpee, motherfucker.
Yeah, full of sugar.
And a big fucking hot dog right down your gullet that's been on there for about 5 hours. Not anymore, though. You got to go
Absolutely.
out of state. It's bullshit.
So before we get into it, Dan,
Oh,
do you want to
let's-
give a shout out to the people in the chat?
To the people we have in the shout
Mhm.
for the out. We've got the good old Scotty G.
Yo, Scott.
Lovely man,
Mhm.
talking shit as he loves to do. We love you, Scotty. You are our personal hater,
Mm-hmm.
and we love you for it.
Our best hater and lover.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah, he's like that trailer park boyfriend.
He will most likely be wearing a mask on Only Dance. We've got Toddamus.
What's up, Todd?
Long Dong Todd.
Yep.
Big Dick Todd, as we like
Porn
to say.
star. Yep.
Yep. Nope. He finally has made it back. Was on the Sensible Sociopath. Hasn't
Yeah.
paid a fucking attention to us ever
You
since.
piece of shit,
We
Todd.
brought him back.
You're a real piece
We
of shit.
brought him back. It took
Yeah.
6 episodes
Yeah.
and a precursor episode, but we finally brought him back.
We treated you so
Love-
well.
Oh God,
And you abandoned us.
we touched him in places. We have a newcomer to us,
Mhm.
Pamela Sutton. Good
What's up,
old
Pam?
Pammy Sus.
Yep.
Miss Pam.
Pammy sus. I like that. She's suspicious.
She's Pammy Sus. We
Yep.
like that. We
Yeah.
like that. Jen Marie has come back to us. GV, you
Yep.
know, good old VV.
GV.
T-Cass. He
T-Cap.
came in to say howdy, boys. I imagine he's off just pounding it away, watching something,
Jerking off.
most likely.
Okay.
Sarah from
Gay porn.
Cali has most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely. I don't blame him. You know,
Can't blame him.
can't blame him. I swear to God, if he's going to be watching the porn that's the most gay, it's going to be the most gay.
Turn on your VPN.
You want to make sure you're incognito. And
Multiple tabs.
yeah,
Got
and-
multiple tabs open.
and we've got Sarah from Cali. I guess we're
Sarah?
King Kong
Hello.
Todd. And no, Jen, for fuck's sake, I'd never take that from you, for God's sakes. But you know, if he's getting paid, what the fuck are you gonna do? He still can't clear the cheeks, so it's fine. All right, so that's our shout out portion of the program. At some point, I am going to. I have a personal big announcement from the gram that I would like to share with everybody. But
Okay.
let's get into the crimes of thought.
Yes. So one of the first things I wanted to share with everybody is actually, you know, kind of a cool thing. You know, before we get to the depressing things, and it's that Donald Trump says he'll hold a major interview with Elon Musk.
Oh, please, for the love of fuck.
And, you know, the great thing about it is I'm sure all the media is going to cut it up in terrible ways.
I don't give a fuck. Elon's
But-
going to post that shit on X, and it's
Yeah.
going to be amazing.
I think Elon has like 193 million followers. So,
We're
I
coming up. We're coming up.
yeah. So I
21
hope-
deep. Looking for a couple more.
there's a lot of...
Just a few thousand more.
Yeah, we just have to get... if anyone knows Elon, if you could get him to post our episodes, that'd be
Joe?
cool.
Joe, we're working on you, Joe. Bring us around.
Absolutely.
Come on, Joe.
Saint Rogies, as Shane Gillis would call him.
Oh, the Saint
He's
Rogies.
like, help us, Saint Rogies.
Help
Yeah.
us, Saint Rogies. For the love of God, help
Help
us,
us.
Saint
You're
Rogies.
the only help we ever...
Pay attention to us.
Absolutely.
We'll be good to you, I swear.
So,
With your 12 advertisements in one episode.
oh, totally. Yeah. Oh, no, we'll sell out like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention this before. instead of the Bud Light, I was supposed to bring Dragon's Milk.
Dragon's milk.
So I bought a 4-pack of this.
For those of you who are into the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No,
I thought
that
it was,
makes a bad content.
I thought it was.
Because they've got male dragons and Never mind.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. Other people do.
So the dragon's milk, I called it like dragon's breath and dragon's death and like all that stuff.
No, we've ate plenty of other stuff
and I was like
to make it dragon's breath.
I was like, why does my special forces buddy like this? And then I looked at it,
chew it,
and it's got 11% alcohol by volume. Because he's like I drink IPAs.
Oh.
But see, so I went to...
And you're telling me this dude's straight. You sure you didn't know what chloroform smelled like that weekend?
He's awesome. He's
you
the
found
best
out
guy
what
I've known.
ether smelled like, didn't you?
No, I would just do it with him if he wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is called Only Dan's, not Let's Steal It from Dan Steve's show.
Yeah, well, that's what I call my channel. Yeah,
on the website.
Let's Steal It from Dan Steve show. Yeah, people just look that up. You're not going to mistake it for any other channel.
No, you won't mistake it from
It's the one with glitter and fireworks.
All one word.
So no, it's got underscores between each word.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, you can't find it otherwise.
No, you can't.
So he is actually he was offended that I didn't get him like an IPA or something like that. And I went to Albertsons today looking for beer. So
IPA stands for I poke Adam, right?
Biblical. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, we're going core.
Yeah. So so I went into Albertsons and there was a young lady that was offering free
samples.
Yes, free samples.
Does she work at Costco? It's fucking Albertsons. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, but what she said was, So it was a what was it called? The brewing company was like 21st Amendment. Okay?
Oh,
and I was like, what is? And she's like, it's from San Francisco. And I was like,
never mind.
Yeah, and so I was like,
never mind.
I was like,
so it's got to taste like shit, right? You're gonna need a fucking some kind of.
Her selling point was that they take the fruit, so like blood orange for the one with Lincoln's face on it, and then the other one was maybe watermelon or something like that. No, any city now, but I think it was watermelon or something like that. But that had the Statue of Liberty on it, so I was like, all right, I
they haven't vandalized that one yet.
Yeah, and Lincoln, I'm like, hey, Lincoln was a good Republican. I like him.
Yeah, Log House Republican.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Old days. Oh,
Big,
they think
fat,
he's gay.
wood.
No,
Yeah.
no, dude. He was swinging axes, killing vampires, all sorts of shit, dude. I seen it. I seen that documentary.
That's true.
I seen that documentary.
God, he was killing them glitter sons of bitches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the glitter on their chest. Anyways. So I walk up and I said, oh, what are you selling? She tells me about it, and she's like, oh, it's from San Francisco, and then it's the 21st Amendment.
You immediately got shit taste in your mouth, didn't you?
No, and I was like,
before you tried it,
I was like, what is the 21st Amendment? Because I didn't know, and she said, oh, it's the end of the prohibition, and I was like, all right,
okay,
that's cool, I'll take that, one of the ones they added on.
Now the cops are no longer stealing the whiskey; they can actually buy it legally.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, I kind of support that.
A little sad.
So she gave me a little cup, and I drank it.
Little taste tester.
And I was like, can I try the other one? She's like, well, I'm not supposed to. And she's like, all right, but I was being charming and shit, and
like you do,
like I do. So anyway, she topped me off and gave me the other one, and I'm like, oh, all right, that's fine. I'm not an IPA guy, but these aren't, these are good. They're fruity flavored. It's not she's like, it's not the essence. The fruit is actually used in the brewing process. I'm like, cool. So, we just chatted and we were talking about IPAs, and she was like, yeah, I just don't like how they're bitter.
I'm fairly certain she pegs Adam. She's all about the I peg Adam. I'm
she was
fairly certain she's all about
she
it.
was a lovely young lady.
That's what they call the fourth hole.
So they because you're it's additive or
Correct.
second hole or
No. 1,
mouth
2,
and butt.
3,
Okay.
and then fourth hole.
Yeah, but then if you're gonna get it in the butt, you might as well put it in the mouth. That's all I'm saying. I've always said that.
Right.
Yeah. First before last. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what I said to her is she's like, yeah, I don't really like IPAs, and here she is selling IPAs.
She was just being timid.
And so what I said was I was like, well, did you know that human beings are adverse to or averse to alkali or bitter things? I said because typically they're poisonous.
Well, hell is forever, whether you like it or not.
I have no idea.
It's okay. It's okay.
So,
you don't. Some people in the audience do.
yeah. So the poison, so poison basically is bitter. No, kind of across the board, like
Right,
even like
right,
soap. Like it just things
Yeah.
that we don't like.
Yeah. You
Um,
don't want it. You don't want your mouth washed out with it.
Definitely. Yeah. With arsenic or whatever. Yeah. So so I told her that and she's like, oh, and I was like, well, human beings like acidic. We like bright either acidic fruits or vinegary or whatever it is. We like those things. And she's like, oh, that's really interesting. We're getting along fine.
Yeah.
And then she's like, hey, I need one more picture for, I don't know, for something. And so I was like, all right, well.
Tell me you posed.
Oh, yeah.
You better have posed.
Yeah. I was like, all right, well, if you give me two more, one of each
Give me
more.
2 more samples.
2 more samples.
And I'll pose with you.
I'll pose. So I put my sunglasses on, held up the boxes and stuff. She's like, you pose first. I was like, all right, I trust you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she was essentially saying,
Yeah.
IPA,
Yeah.
You're taking it first.
Yeah. And which is fine.
Then I'll get a picture.
Yeah.
And then I'll take it.
And she's trustworthy. She had to be there. She was standing there.
Right.
She had a tiny watermelon and some blood oranges. Type of girl you want to take home to mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fruit stand girl, the drunken fruit stand girl. Fruit. So, anyways, so
Oh
I might
my God.
be the poster boy with my Ray-Ban sunglasses
Yes,
on
fucking
in the middle of an
please.
Albertsons.
You find that picture on the internet, by God.
Yeah, if you can find the 21st Amendment Brewing Company from San Francisco, I might be their new poster guy, and all I got out of it was
Sarah, that's your department.
some
it
free
has to do
beers.
with California.
Yeah.
Make it fucking happen, I swear to God.
Absolutely. So that was fun. And then I went ahead and bought a beer that wasn't theirs.
Holy God, that's what we were talking about?
Mhm.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I was in the Albertsons to get the beer.
Beautiful.
Well, and I didn't even know what I was going for, but since my buddy said that's my favorite one, I was like,
Something
well, I should
that
try
you can
it.
chew on.
Yeah, and it's nice and it's a stout, and it tastes more like a porter. I used to work at a brewery, Sockeye, but we had the nitro stout.
Sockeye was pretty damn good back
It's
in
good.
the day.
Yeah. That's where I stole my wing recipe from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will just say this as a standard. The best way to do wings
Mhm.
is to cook them, sauce them, and then put them back in, let them bake with the sauce on them,
Yeah.
fucking sauce them again.
If the sauce makes them crispy again.
Correct.
That's my only thing. Yeah.
No. You don't want soggy wings.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You never want soggy wings.
Yeah. You'd have to do it early in the process. You'd have to cook them,
Well,
bake them.
you make sure that they're good and cooked first.
Yeah.
Then you sauce them.
All right. We'll have to have you do it.
I
Once
learned-
it kind of cools down and we can do it in the kitchen.
I learned this trick working for the Dirty Bird back in the day,
Okay.
and they had this awesome little bake station
Mhm.
where it was called a salamander.
Yeah,
where you just
I know what
throw
you're talking
things
about.
up.
Yeah,
And
it's
so-
an open broiler
Yeah, yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Perfect
Perfect for nachos.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So the technique was you fry them in the fryer, they finish in the fryer,
Okay.
Then you sauce them in the bowl.
Yeah.
And then you put them on a plate. You put them up in the salamander for a couple of minutes.
Yep.
So the sauce bakes on
Yeah.
all of them.
So you're not like cooking them. You're just
No.
basically
You're caramelizing
saucing.
and crisping
Yeah.
on
Okay.
the flavor on top of the wings.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you pull them back down, then you take them in the sauce again and re-fucking sauce them.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
The salamander's about the size of a microwave, maybe a little bit wider.
Generally wider in a mass kitchen.
Yeah.
It's about three
Okay, ours
three
was
to
a little
4
smaller.
feet long.
Ours was like 2 foot.
Well, the Dirty Bird, they always made it so it was, you
I mean,
could
if you're
throw
doing that
several
many wings.
plates up
Yeah.
at once.
But like, we would use it for nachos, and like if you ever get burnt
Cheese
nachos,
melting. Cheese melting.
Yes.
Somebody fucking left it up there too damn long.
too long, and then you can't pull the chips out, like they're stuck in a glued.
They're, oh
you know,
God, they're fucking glued and it's terrible. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
yeah, that kind of
anyways.
wings, fucking.
So watch
gonna
your
be amazing.
salamander.
That's right.
Yeah,
you
watch
gotta
your
watch
goddamn
the salamander.
Yes. So, Dan, do you want to learn a little bit about?
I love learning.
A little bit about thought crime.
I am absolutely fully engaged in learning about thought crime.
So, the concept of thought crime is pre-crime. Just like in Minority
Report. Okay.
Yes, and that was what Minority Report was all about. Is
the
basically
precogs?
Yeah, they would the precogs were like these what were like the Oracle.
They were Oracle albinos who
that would
lived
like
in a tank
connect with people's brains to
and the internet.
predetermine whether they were whether they were
crime prone.
Crime prone, yes. So basically, if you were a type of person that would be prone to that,
they would find you, spot you.
Absolutely. So there's, let me just find. Okay. I'm going to bring this one over first.
Okay.
So this is a.
God, I love our new screen. I don't care if you people are upset. This is fucking amazing technology right here.
So if you guys know what the World Economic Forum is, the World Economic Forum is
that's way
basic.
WEF?
Yeah.
WEF?
WEF.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking of WHO as in World Health Organization.
So the World Economic Forum are the people that get together who are the ones who control the world. So they're the ones that like predetermine what's going to happen. Their thing that they kept doing was a pandemic before.
They're trying to chip my ass, aren't they?
Yeah.
Not the
absolutely.
Rest of me.
Absolutely.
Not the rest of me, just my ass.
Any type of crazy shit that is coming along, it's what they do. The facial recognition,
Chemtrails?
the fucking. I mean, yes,
Most likely, yeah.
Controlling things, controlling food supplies, controlling.
Control Alt Delete.
I mean, you could, yeah.
All right.
The World Economic Forum is the place full of the people you don't want running things, because what they're doing is like globalism. If you've heard like globalists, that's exactly what they are. So like Hillary Clinton and fucking Klaus Schwab, he's the worst. He's a fucking German that like he's the one that said, in the future you will not own anything and you will be happy.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be fucking happy about owning nothing.
Yeah. Basically, you'll rent your entire life, but you'll be happy because they have sedation and Netflix and whatever the fuck else and
Forgive
pornography.
me for swearing, but fuck that cunt.
Yeah, fuck him.
And I mean, I know that the swear word in there is forgive me.
Yeah. So this guy is. I just wanted to give him an opportunity. Actually, what's his name?
Did we try?
So his name is Yuval Noah Harari, and
Yuval Noah Harari.
He's an agenda contributor to the World Economic Forum. So I don't think he's a good guy, but I like listening to what he has to say.
COVID is critical because this is what convinces people to accept, to legitimize total biometric surveillance. If we want to stop this epidemic, We need not just to monitor people, we need to monitor what's happening under their skin, their body temperature. Like we walked in here, we had to go through a body temperature test. Now they're using it.
So that's a start, right?
Holy.
You're already upset.
Oh my fucking God.
It's going to get worse. Don't worry. So he's
Good.
basically,
I'm glad at least I'm going to get more upset.
yeah. So when you go into, like during the COVID thing, when you walked into certain stores like Whole Foods, or they would do the little laser on you without you knowing, just to check your temperature, and then I'm assuming kick you out if that wasn't acceptable. But they also have it now, like just like China has their facial recognition and all that shit. If you don't think they can read your temperature or whatever it is, you're an idiot. So
God, in China they used to have fucking like fever crimes.
I don't know.
No. Like they'd have like in certain countries, you would get flagged.
Yeah.
If you didn't. Oh. My
Yeah, but like airports and fucking toll booths, whatever it is, walking into any building, right? So here's where it goes.
To see whether you have the coronavirus. But exactly the same technology can determine what you think about the government. Anger is a biological phenomena just like disease. It's not some spiritual thing out there. It's a biological pattern in your body. With this kind of surveillance, you watch the big president, the big leader, gives a speech on television. The television could be monitoring you and knowing whether you're angry or not.
Pretty cool, right? Like right now, Dan would be on fire.
I'm gonna quote.
If this screen,
I'm gonna quote a famous Adam Sandler movie, and yeah, no shit, I lost the quote. It was gonna be from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
It's
Stop
just,
looking at me, Swan. Yeah. Or something to that effect.
No, it was everybody gets angry. It's the coolest.
Yeah.
Something along. It was actually about peeing your pants, but still.
Yeah. But they can watch your capillaries. They can watch the blood flow in you.
I see what's going on here.
And all they would probably have to do is hit you with like IR, infrared. You wouldn't even know. And actually, one of the coolest things. So at my special forces buddy's house, he has such cool shit. He has like night vision and IR lasers and like all sorts of shit. So like, it's a fun house for men.
So how was the squat and cough as soon as you showed up?
No, dude, it's great.
You didn't have to squat and cough, or
I did
at
not.
least it was enjoyable.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. He's a freedom loving man.
Okay.
So yeah, so we got to use like IR lasers. Like IR lasers mean you can not even have your gun up. You can just see it with your night vision.
Ooh.
So that's like how SEALs and shit do it. Is they just have their gun down and then an IR laser on it, which no one can see unless you have night vision. Which the Arabs and such.
Vision.
Yeah, the Arabs and such don't have. Yeah, it's such a cool fucking thing.
No, they got slingshots.
Yeah, so
I'll probably get hit for that comment, and I'm okay with it.
So they can, they can read your metabolism and your body patterns and your breathing and your, all that shit.
Wait. So they're women?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because women know what you're thinking.
Absolutely.
100% before you even walk into the room. They know your body temperature.
Mm-hmm.
They know your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
They know your breathing pattern. They know every single emotion you're going through.
Whether you've drank water that day.
Correct. Or eaten.
Or taken your vitamins. Yeah. Or had a drink.
Or pretty much whether or not you've had a bowel movement that day.
Or whether you've jerked off and she wasn't supposed to know.
And whether or not she was there. She watched.
Yeah.
She still let it happen.
Well, she lets me poop and jerk. The old P&G. Or P&J.
The old P&J.
The old PBJ.
Woo!
Okay, so.
Just by analyzing the cues, the biological cues coming from your body. Are you angry about what you hear? Are you frightened? Are you bored? This is the kind of power that Stalin didn't have. You know, when Stalin gave a speech, everybody, of course, clapped their hand and smiled.
So that's great. Yeah, bring up Stalin for this. This
we
is
don't want to live in a community in which it's all about the communism, but we want to make sure that we highlight the highest of with Stalin.
and if you see behind the guy, it's fucking the New York Times, you know, which I think is part of the World Economic Forum. I believe this is the World Economic Forum.
Mind. Now, how do you know what they really think about Stalin? It's very difficult. You can't have a KGB agent following everybody all the time. Even if you do it, he's...
Sorry, the Athens or Democratic Forum. That's
Okay,
what it is.
I have to say this real quick. It was amusing because I saw a video earlier today of like Conor McGregor meeting Vladimir Putin, right?
Okay.
And he was like, you know, taking a picture with him, and he like slung his arm around his shoulder.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there was this dude who just kind of looked at Conor McGregor, and then just all of a sudden he just
takes
his hand down.
Yeah.
And like puts it at his like, you know, standing attention.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I don't want to fuck up here.
Well, I mean, Putin's like a master of, I think it's Sabbat.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's, dude, he's a
Practicing
badass.
nothing on the Sabbath?
No, that it's a martial art that's like kind of like judo or
Or are
something.
you talking about Krav Maga?
Kinda? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure Putin could take care of himself. I mean, maybe not like the punching part, but
no, but he could definitely most likely fuck you up and put you in an arm or leg bar.
He was in the KGB.
You wouldn't even know what the fuck happened.
Yeah. He rides horses bare chested.
Just watching your outside behavior. He doesn't really know what's happening in your mind. But in 10 years, the future Stalins of the 21st century, they could be watching the minds, the brains of all the population all the time. And also they will have the computing power to analyze all that. You know, it's not just having an agent following everybody all the time. The agent in Stalin's days writes a paper report, and you have these millions of paper reports piling up in Moscow. Somebody needs to read them, to analyze them. That's impossible. Now you don't need human agents. You don't need human analyzers. You just have a lot of sensors and an AI which analyzes it, and that's it. You have the worst totalitarian regime in history. And
so at least he ends with that.
At least it's the worst one of all.
Well, you know, so he's not speaking about like this is great. He's saying this is something, you know.
It's kind of like the beginning of Last of Us.
Okay.
The video game turned into HBO show, where they were talking about what would be one of the worst things to happen to the human race.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, yes, there are viruses that could cause problems, and yet there's a scientist who actually talks about one of the worst things that could happen to the human race.
No doubt.
Is if a particular type of fungi spread from being one that controlled insects, because there is one out there that controls insects to essentially they become zombies.
Absolutely.
To where it would be infecting the human race and turning the human race into zombies, thus reducing the population of actual legitimate human beings.
Well,
and that's the whole premise of the video game franchise Last of Us.
Okay.
In which it gets into through the fungi cordyceps, which cordyceps is actually surprisingly good for you. But it's a type of mushroom. But that particular mushroom gets into the human bloodstream and turns people into zombies.
Yeah. In the ant world, it busts out of your head like a cock.
Yes.
Yeah. And then they're like zombies that
they become controlled by the fungi itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, aside from that, continue on with
So-
more
Yeah.
thought crimes.
So I don't know if people are aware of this. Are you aware of the conflict in the UK?
I have been briefed
Yeah.
briefly about
So-
this brief
So there's
while in briefs.
what really set this off is, first of all, years of illegal immigrants or
And dental suppression,
what is it?
migration.
Asylum seekers.
Oh,
Yeah.
those
So-
fuckers.
So they're like political asylum seekers or something. So here's the problem. So as far as the like Geneva Convention and or the Vienna
Yeah, no
something.
biological weapons. Try and keep your dick in your pants,
and
especially at war.
part of that was if you are you have to be politically a victim of political like ostracization or whatever and violence or because of your religion. So it has to be religious or political. And when you are a refugee, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
When you are a refugee, you can only go to the nearest country that it does not, that does not
That would
fit those
accept
criteria.
first. So
Not
like,
really accept, but
for us, it would be like Canada or Mexico.
yeah. So if Mexicans
Or
were
Hawaii.
being killed for being Christian or something like that, which they never would be, then they
No,
would
they're
come
Catholic.
to us. Yeah, which is Christian. They would come to us, which is
debatable.
but
Anyway, we're
yes,
not debating.
come on,
that.
let me finish.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan. So the they would come to us, and we would have to allow them, right?
Okay.
And so like when people are coming from caravans in the South America and Central America coming up to the U.S., that ain't cool.
No.
You know, same thing with the refugees from the Middle East, but they've just been pumping them in, and they've done like so many thousands of them, millions of them for the longest time. So what set this off?
At least the last 3.5 years.
No, way more. Yeah. No, in the UK. Oh, it's been
Oh, no,
fucking
sorry.
crazy.
We're
We're talking
yeah,
about the UK.
Okay,
Yeah,
UK.
yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
My
yeah.
bad.
So what the UK, the people of the UK have just had like a terrible fucking experience, because you have all these like people coming in. Same thing with like all of Europe. So like in France, there's no go zones. You have guys shooting off AKs where nobody's allowed to have a fucking gun, and police won't even go in there. It's just a
Like
no-go zone.
Chinatown?
If it's a no-go zone, if they
Oh,
have weapons, if
no.
they have fucking shit that nobody
Sorry.
is allowed to.
Sorry, that's closer to a reservation here in America than it is fucking Chinatown.
And so, like, women are scared to walk down the street, especially in Sweden, I think had like 68,000 sexual assaults last year.
In
some shit like
Sweden?
that. Yeah. Because they allowed all these immigrants in,
What about Switzerland?
refugees. Here's the thing. All of the refugees are military-age men. They're not women and children, that like the men should be left behind and the women and children should be saved kind of thing. It's the complete opposite. So these are guys that don't have a wife and kids coming over here, and they're willing to commit crimes and rape and do all that shit, right? So here's where we are in the world. So this is basically it says stay out of Birmingham right now. These people are serious weapons.
Fucking Birmingham?
Hey, two-tier Kier. So there's their prime minister who used to be the mayor of London, which is now unrecognizable.
Right.
His name is Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer. Yeah, I know Keir.
So live on Sky, they're
Fucking cunt.
in the street openly carrying swords. What are you going to do about it?
Telegram groups, and he saw on that a suggestion that there might be a far-right protest in this part of Birmingham
Yeah.
around this time.
Far-right protest, right?
You fucking throw a goddamn brick. That's what you do.
So here's
Can't fucking block a brick with a sword.
here's
now, can he?
here's the image of a guy with a sword. They're carrying around like I saw a guy with a pipe that was like a the ones that like they put chain link fence up with, the pipes that
Yeah.
are between chain link fences, and it had a four corner like plate on the bottom of it that you would bolt it down with. That was his fucking thing he's carrying around, right? So that's fine. That's all right. So then you have this. This is from Keir Starmer,
Keir Starmer. What's he
the
gonna say?
prime minister of which was formerly the London, which is fucking crazy liberal.
Be in no doubt, those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law.
The right side,
The police
right wing.
will be making arrests. Individuals will be held on remand. Charges will follow, and convictions will follow.
Fucking right, cunt.
The thing that he's not saying is that so they call him two-tier Keir. So that means that white people that are against whatever's happening are the ones that are the problem, whereas guys that are carrying swords and clubs and knives and whatever, machetes,
Right. Identify as incredibly light brown.
well, that whatever shade
I
you
know
are,
why.
and so none of the police want to ever be convicted, or not convicted, but accused
Cool.
of being racist, because the culture is so fucking woke. So
I guarantee you will regret taking part in this disorder, whether directly or those whipping up this action online and then running away themselves.
No thanks, Turkish. I'm sweet enough.
the whipping things up online is the very important part of this.
Whipping things up online.
This is not protest. It is organised, violent thuggery. And it has no place on our streets or online. Right
Did he
now,
say streets?
there are attacks happening on a hotel in Rotherham. Marauding gangs intent on law-breaking, or worse.
And so the funny thing about that is there are Muslim groups that are masked up, wandering the streets, beating the shit out of white dudes that are not involved in any way, because they're just white dudes.
I just want to say that I don't know of any time ever in the history of people that white people, let alone white guys, okay, like the patriarchy, you know what I'm saying? They have never been oppressed.
You are my least favorite person that Dan has ever created.
They are never oppressed. Like, it has never happened ever in history. Fucking ever.
Dan, I wouldn't tolerate this in real life.
I don't care. It's funny. No, it's
Windows
it's
smashed.
absolutely fucking terrible.
Fire set ablaze. Residents and staff in absolute fear.
So right now he's only talking about the people that are against. Oh, sorry, I didn't even tell you this. The reason this all started was because 3 little girls were killed at a birthday party by a Rwandan immigrant's son. And this is just after all of the problems, all of the violence, the rape, the fucking, murders, all that shit. And plus the police having a 2-tier system. So if you're a white dude that fights back against it, you're going to fucking prison. If you're, here's one. A guy was sentenced to 12 months in jail for speaking poorly online. A white guy was sentenced to 24 months in jail for selling inappropriate stickers that had like a racist connotation to them or something. But then a guy who raped a 12-year-old for multiple times was sentenced, obviously he's not white, sentenced to 180 days community service. Just saying. 2-tier.
All right, I'm going to need to take a second, and I'm going to take a page out of Vincent Vega's book and change it up a little bit. I need to take a piss.
Might.
All right, so this is all right. We'll just check this out.
The offence of incitement to racial hatred involves publishing or distributing material which is insulting or abusive, which is intended to or likely to start racial hatred. So if you retweet that, then you're republishing that, and then potentially you're committing that offence. And we do have dedicated police officers who are scouring social media. Their job is to look for this material and then follow up with identification arrests and so forth.
So what that means is if you are, either producing or retweeting anything that has to do with this, anything that induces or inspires racial hatred, that is a crime. And so what they can do is they will literally come to your house because they checked your Facebook or whatever they do to search, and they will come and they will arrest you. They literally will come bang on your door and arrest you for posting shit on Facebook. Or retweeting something that somebody else posted. So, like, everything I do, I've been, like, tweeting at Keir Starmer. I'm like, you're a faggot. You're a fucking, like, I don't know. I'm not very nice to the man. I'm like, you look scared. I'm like.
Oh, Keir Starmer.
Yeah.
So it's a really, really serious. People might think they're not doing anything harmful. They are.
Because they're not.
And the consequences will be visited upon them.
Yeah. So that's the kind of.
What the hell does that guy take for his fucking butt plug medication?
That's the kind of wincing, British, whatever the fuck he is. So here we'll learn some more. And this is all the future, guys. If we don't.
And so they are actually already.
If we aren't careful.
She seems nice.
I'm joined by Matthew Thompson now to talk through this. So, Matthew, the last point there is crucial, isn't it? Some people might be sharing simply to warn their friends, but it could be considered an offence because they're amplifying this.
Absolutely, and that's...
Yeah, so if you're warning your friends to not go to Birmingham because there's a fucking race riot on, that's an offense. Because you've spoken about things that aren't supposed to be spoken about. You've committed a thought crime. We've seen it on your social media.
Okay, I know you premised this with the fact that this episode was going to be called Thought Crimes, not let's fuck Dan off as possibly much as we can.
Why?
I am so fucking
pissed. Like, keep it under control, dude. This is the way the world is now.
I'm trying.
And my point is
so goddamn hard, and we haven't even gotten into the rest of the meat and potatoes.
Keir Starmer is fucking. So when Kamala was a senator, she was the most liberal senator from fucking San Francisco. Walls.
Is that why they can openly shit in the streets now?
I mean, look, they can do whatever the fuck they want. It's crazy. Actually, you know what was happening? They were tearing their fucking shit apart. The police were made to go through it and tear it all apart without telling any of the homeless that. They've been living there for fucking 10 years or more, and suddenly they're just coming in and ripping all the shit apart. So I'm like...
Since 99 versus 1%?
I mean... The 1% is taking it back.
It's been a little bit over 10 years, but
yeah.
That's about 10 years.
And so here, this is the future if we don't stop what is going on, because they will make everything a hate crime. They will make everything incitement of whatever the fuck, and it will only be against certain people, me being one of them.
The key message is that however you think you're acting innocently on social media, whatever platform it is, you're just sharing something for whatever reason, that could potentially be a criminal offence. And look, it's not an idle threat either, because the Crown Prosecution Service were keen to point out that they've made a number of charges in relation to stirring up of racial hatred online, one of which this morning was for distributing a recording that could, intending to stir up racial hatred. And so they are actually already bringing charges in relation to this sort of thing. So it's a very, very clear message, based in the harsh reality, if you like, that if you do this kind of thing, you are potentially committing a criminal offense. There he said it. They've got teams of people scouring the internet looking for this sort of thing. And if you are in the business of sharing or retweeting, whatever platform it might be, potentially criminal material, well, then you could find yourself prosecuted.
I'm joined by
Nice, right? Isn't that nice that you don't have the right to share posts without someone literally knocking on your door,
Well, that's a fucking,
literally putting cuffs on you and
that's the
taking
fucking
you
difference
away.
between the UK and the USA. You know what I'm saying, cunt? Because we in the USA are generally free to say the fuck we want. Generally.
So here is somebody. Do you know Christopher Hitchens? Have you heard of him?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, so he was one of the early guys in the whole like culture war, and so he was like the British guy for that. Now it's what the fuck's his name?
Ben
Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage.
Oh, Nigel Farage. Yeah.
No, he's a white dude. Yeah, very very British.
Sorry, I'm Nigel Farage.
So
Fucking
here's
hell.
Christopher Hitchens against Nigel Farage, or sorry, not Nigel Farage, against Keir Starmer.
Give it up or give it to your deadliest enemy and pay for the rope that will choke you.
2009.
This is very urgent business, ladies and gentlemen. I beseech you. Resist it while you still can, and before the right to complain is taken away from you, which will be the next thing. You will be told you can't complain because you're Islamophobic. The term is already being introduced into the culture as if it was an accusation of race hatred, for example, or bigotry, whereas it's only the objection to the preachings of a very extreme and absolutist religion. Watch out for these symptoms. They are not just symptoms of surrender, very often ecumenically offered to you by men of God in other robes, Christian and Jewish and smarmy ecumenical. These are the ones who will hold open the gates for the barbarians. The barbarians never take a city till someone holds the gates open for them. And it's your own preachers who will do it.
If you have not seen V for fucking Vendetta,
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix at this point. Watch V for fucking goddamn Vendetta.
That's what all of this is. Yes, all of this.
Especially about the UK and their involvement, and let alone their opinion of the rest of the world. Watch that particular movie, and also my recommendation, because I'm a big fucking nerd, which is what it's based off of, read the graphic novel V for Vendetta. Amazing story.
Yeah.
You're seeing the beginnings of it as we fucking speak.
Yeah. I mean, you're seeing the not even the beginnings of it, but the probably second stage, maybe third stage, because V for Vendetta, like they what was it? Oh, it was a
virus.
A virus, yes. So it was a pandemic that allowed the government to take full control, and then they never relinquished it. So
No.
you are a criminal if you do all these things. And V from V for Vendetta, he was the one that was the antagonist.
He was a. I'll spoil it for you. He was an experiment, a prisoner experiment.
Yeah.
With the initial virus that ended up escaping imprisonment.
We don't have to go that deep into it, but yeah.
I didn't go into the rest.
He was in the Weapon X project, of the virus.
Essentially,
yeah.
yes.
And he came out with fucking knives, and it's a great fucking movie. Also,
fantastic movie.
Natalie Portman, super hot.
She was amazing.
Even with the bald head, which is weird.
And, it had one of the late, he's not late great, but he is a fantastic comedian. It was Hugh and Laurie. It was fuck, who was the other one? It was Hugh Laurie and
that was the medical doctor, Doctor, what was it?
son of a bitch, Trevin. I blame you because you don't have this offhand.
Here, I'll play this
for you, and your own multicultural authorities who will do it for you. Resist it.
Sorry, hold on. Let me just bring this back just a little bit.
Take a city till someone holds the gates open for them. And it's your own preachers who will do it for you, and your own multicultural authorities who will do it for you. Resist it while you can. And if you wonder what will happen if you don't, look and see how a cricket team in Middlesex in England had to change its name by force last week because it was called, and had been for years, the Middlesex Crusaders. Look and see how stories about little pigs can't be taught to children in English schools anymore, lest offense be taken by the religion of peace. Resist it while you can.
One of the things that
Did he just say the three little pigs can't be taught to children?
Yep.
Because it causes offense?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's how they change the culture. That's what it is. It's socialism, it's communism, it's whatever the fuck you want to call it. Communism, really. But they changed the definition of words. So just like instead of he and she, we take they and them, it's all there. It's all easily perceived, but it's a cumulative effect so that we lose culture, so that, they tear down statues, so that they make us forget our past, so that we're all
Liberty Bell.
Sure. Yeah. Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck those guys. Yeah. Then
They spray painted the Liberty Bell.
Cut their hands off.
Like thieves back in the day in Arabia.
They muddle the waters of everything. They have people become these transhumans, whatever they are. It's all
mutants.
It's all the way that Marxists control the world. And this is exactly what it is. It's all Marxism. All the people have been programmed by their educational systems to be Marxists, and they believe that they're righteous, and yet all they do is destroy. There's no you become better. There's just worst.
Please tell me you have something more lighthearted than this.
I don't, literally. It's all fucked up, dude. Thought crime. All right.
All right.
So here we go. This is so that was 2009. Christopher Hitchens, he is dead.
Of course he's dead.
And
he
now
spoke too much.
And now in 2024 we have Keir,
the bald guy who used hymns to come back and have hair.
Nope, it's just Keir.
All right.
Yeah, it's the guy who was the mayor of London to the guy who is the prime minister of, so he's the,
Okay, so 2009
over all of England.
So 15 years later. Okay.
Yep.
Resist it while you can.
One of the things that is coming up over and over again is Islamophobia. And, well, you can see the stats, you can see the numbers rising, particularly since October the 7th. Although we shouldn't fall into the trap of thinking that before October the 7th, this was all heading in the right direction. It's been far too high for far too long. Clearly, we need to just say over and over again, Islamophobia is intolerable. It can never, ever be justified. And we have to continue with a zero tolerance approach. And I think there's more we can do in government. There's certainly stuff online, which I think needs tackling much more robustly than it is at the moment.
What the fuck drug did they peg him with?
No, this is completely Marxist doctrine. He's absolutely playing it perfectly. Just like Kamala, just like How
well did they fuck him up the butt to switch him around?
I don't think they switched him around. I think they programmed him from birth, basically. And I think that's how they do most people, because like back when I was in school, I got a lot of this stuff, but I always like questioned it. And I was like, wait, like, so when they said the McCarthy trials,
because we should be taught and endorse fucking questioning everything that we see and hear.
No, you shouldn't.
Yes, we fucking should.
No, you shouldn't.
Yes,
According to the U.S. educational system, they paint us all as colonizers, that we're the problem. that, you know, we were the slave owners, that we were the fucking, you know, and I'm like, my family came from Poland, you know, in
I don't
19
got no cotton money.
fuck, I wish I had fucking, you know,
I don't got
yeah.
no tobacco money.
Yeah, exactly. And so like we're programmed to be like guilty and like whatever, and I'm like, I grew up in a very racist place,
Are
except
you
it was
guilty?
pointed at me.
Are you guilty?
And so when it's pointed at me, I don't have any guilt.
You're
I don't
not
have
guilty.
any guilt at all. No.
I'm not guilty either.
Absolutely. And that's the way you should end up.
A second
But
poll.
unfortunately,
who's guilty?
But unfortunately, there is a large majority of people who are programmed by this because they're not thinkers, they're followers. Most people are followers. That's the truth. That even when they see shit like this, they'll go, well, but you know, it is sad that, you know, there are people that need refugee status and all that. It's like, really? Military age men? You wouldn't bring the kids and the women over first? Like, that's not what's running over the country. You know, it's military age men with machetes and knives and fucking clubs and swords, you know? But they don't see that shit. And the other thing is they don't see the reality of the world because they see it through the filter of the mainstream media. So that's what you're seeing, you know, in most of this is you know, Christopher Hitchens, he wouldn't have been on the mainstream media. You know, like maybe he would have back then because it wasn't so Marxist political. Like it wasn't a way for the you know, the Labor Party, which, you know, that's what Keir Starmer is from.
People should be afraid of the governments, not governments afraid of the people.
Absolutely. No. The government should be afraid of the people, not people afraid of the government. That's what it really should be. I think you were talking
Thank
back.
you. No,
Yes,
I had the right message in my
yeah,
brain.
yes,
I just spoke
yes,
it incorrectly,
yes,
okay?
yes.
V's
But-
message was people shouldn't be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their fucking
Yes,
people.
exactly. Yeah.
That's why the United States of America, greatest fucking country in the goddamn world,
Yeah.
has the freedom of speech backed up by we will shoot you in the fucking head to defend our ability to speak freely.
For now.
No,
Until
not-
they start fucking chipping away at everything.
Not for now. Take our fucking guns, I
Yeah.
goddamn dare you.
Yeah. But that's the thing is actually, like, in all these things, I didn't even show like all of the riots and the burning and all
Military,
that shit.
I swear
It's-
to God, stomach the fact that you've got to go home
Yeah.
and take guns away from your fucking grandpa. I swear to fucking God.
But
Stomach that.
But yes, that's what the English have not done that the Americans have done is
No, they
we
don't
own
allow
guns.
guns.
We own guns. We can defend ourselves against people trying to come in our house for fucking posting shit on Facebook.
I know people
know?
who have been blown up too many goddamn times to know that you don't take their fucking guns away
Yeah.
no matter how much you've...
We only have a few minutes left.
I know.
What I'm hoping, Keir, is your experience as a prosecutor means you'll be thinking about the strategy we can use to make sure we take action against those who break the law.
Yeah. So basically, Keir Starmer is saying the exact opposite of what Christopher Hitchens, which
That's
is
who
a
that
great
fucker
man.
is?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
God, I've got so much shit.
Jump to something
Okay.
else, man. I
Okay.
don't care if we were on long today. Fucking jump
The
to something
stay-at-home
else.
order was violated.
Okay. So, you know, of course, Kamala Harris has put together her vice president. So Kamala Harris was
Finally?
not she was not nominated.
It took her a hot fucking minute.
She was not nominated by any means by the
No.
DNC,
No,
which
she
is
needed to-
required.
She needed to pick somebody else.
No, she was made the presidential candidate without anyone fucking saying okay. Back in 2020, she didn't get a single goddamn delegate. So like Tulsi Gabbard cleaned her fucking clock.
Oh, fucking clean
Yes.
her clock. Like Rogue.
Why didn't they make Tulsi Gabbard the fucking nominee?
Because they wouldn't have won.
Well, no, because they wouldn't have controlled her. That's what it is.
That's
They could
what
have
I
made her
meant.
one.
They
They're-
wouldn't have won.
They're doing that
Like,
shit now.
Rogue had too many fucking cosmic powers from fucking Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but
and fucking wouldn't allow it.
people
and she
like
got the
Tulsi
white streak.
Gabbard. People
Yeah.
like Tulsi Gabbard. Here's the
She's
thing:
attractive.
they were
and
showing
fucking awesome.
they were showing 20, 20,000 people showing up to Kamala, except they weren't telling you like
They were showing up for Tulsi, not fucking Kamala.
No. I'm talking about now.
Oh.
They're showing up for fucking. I don't even remember the name of the guy's fucking.
Waltz?
No, not him. It was because they're getting like bands and personalities to play there, like Doja Cat and fucking all that shit.
Oh, Doja Cat
So-
don't mean shit.
To Democrats, she fucking does.
Really?
Yes, that's why 20,000 people are lining up to go to a free concert.
Oh.
Yes, that's exactly it. Trump
Okay.
does it by himself.
Bend over, spread my cheeks, and insert without.
No,
spit.
they just show up and then they get
No, that's-
pictures taken of them
that's-
going, why? Kamala's got so many people here because
That's-
she has them as a captured audience.
That's what I'm saying. Is going to this kind of event. I'll bend over, pull my pants down, spread my cheeks, don't even spit on it. And
No.
just insert it directly.
They're just there to see the fucking
right.
simplify.
No, and that's exactly what
Yes.
I'm saying.
They're there to get pictures taken of them. And actually
100%.
they're sending it through AI fucking shit and it is like a 95% chance that the photo is doctored by AI.
Well, compared,
Yeah.
I'll just say this: compared to tens of thousands of people showing up to a Trump rally,
Sure.
naturally,
Yeah.
versus the hundreds to maybe thousands of people who might show up to a Harris rally.
No hundreds. Like 20,000 is like max.
Well, like I said,
Yeah.
hundreds to possibly thousands
Yeah.
of people compared to the tens of thousands
Yeah, no.
who show up for Trump.
Trump whoops her ass every single time. They bring in
To this fucking
Oh,
chameleon.
by the way,
She's a fucking chameleon.
the one that she just did, was in the band's hometown.
Was that Georgia?
No, I think it was Pennsylvania somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, she showed up with Waltz in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
She announced Waltz.
Even if she did, yeah.
After,
Well, he's from Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
Which, if you're down with Minnesota, enjoy Minneapolis being burned to the ground for fucking 4 years.
Yeah.
And then allowing this guy to be a fucking vice president.
Did you know that Minneapolis is the first city in America to have the Muslim call to prayer played 5 times a day over loudspeakers? Literally. Yep. Governor Walz. He also denied. So the mayor of Minneapolis back in 2020, whatever it was when the BLM riots came out.
2020, yeah.
He
it was when they kneeled on the dude's fucking throat.
He was requesting that the National Guard be brought in because he's like, my fucking city's burning, Walz did not do it. He did
You
not.
fucking let it happen,
Yeah,
cunt.
he let it happen. Yep.
You
Yep.
let it happen, sit back, smiled, and probably lit a cigar on the fucking burning city.
Actually, his wife said she opened the window so she could smell the burning tires to be a part of the whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's what Wall's wife said. So fucking crazy. Okay, so here, since we're talking about Walls,
What else we got?
this is his COVID hotline. Okay.
Oh, please, for the love of
Yeah.
fuck, let me hear this.
Hello, you have reached
This
the
call is
Department of
being
Public
recorded.
Safety stay-at-home hotline. The information you leave is considered public information. At the tone, please leave the following information: your name, your callback number, how the stay-at-home order is being violated, and where the stay-at-home order was violated. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Steve, you best move on, because I can't fucking not say anything about that.
Dude, it's crazy that
Oh
that's
my God.
And if you don't get what was just happening there, you would call that, and it would.
You're ratting.
Yes.
You're 100%
Yes.
a rat son of
Yes.
a bitch who deserves stitches.
You are.
Motherfucker, that is
Yes.
evidence, and it's public knowledge that you deserve stitches. Snitches get fucking Steve, move on,
Yeah.
please.
You're ratting out your neighbors for not following COVID protocol. So what that generally means is you're outside your house without a mask on. You know, like let's say you're a jogger, or you're walking your dog at a brisk pace, or you're riding your bike, or whatever the fuck it is. That means that those fucking assholes can go, well, he didn't have a mask on. I was scared for my well-being because, you know, like, well, all the rest of us are being like, this is fucking bullshit. You are able to turn in your family members and your fucking neighbors for the same fucking shit. You know, like, or for not the same shit, for the shit that really doesn't matter. I'm so sorry that if you believed all that was real, it ain't. You know, it's all control. It's all a test to see how much people would put up with. So how much, you know, would people take the vaccine? Would people fucking quarantine? Would people come out without their masks on? Like this is all part of the game.
Now, I find myself feeling that this is even more appropriate than it was before.
Mm-hmm.
I have the hat. I have the shirt. And the thing I must say to the rest of the people out there is, and I feel like I'm wearing the incredibly wrong shirt, but at the same time, I feel I am wearing the right shirt, which is, say when. But the question that I must find myself asking is,
when should you say when?
I'm sorry, Johnny. I thought we were friends. Are we cross?
All right, Lunger.
Oh no, that's Ed. Now, Ed, if I thought that we were friends, I couldn't bear it.
So if I asked you, how about I tell about your family not wearing a mask, Dan?
I couldn't get my gun fast enough.
You'd say
when.
And if I told you that you could no longer come to work unless you were vaccinated, what would you say?
Say when.
And if I told you that we were going to start to listen to your online communications, and that we would take you likely to jail and prosecute you for not adhering to our regulations, what would you say?
Say when.
And if I told you that if you made a complaint about anybody that was aside from the color of your skin, and that you were racist for doing so, what would you say?
Why, Ike, whatever do you mean? Because I have not begun to defile myself.
I think you're right, Dan. I think that Old West mentality, you know, could be very useful in these days. That toughness, that grit, that grime, you know? Are you my Huckleberry?
I'm your Huckleberry. And I mean that as in I'm the man for your fucking job, not I'm going to be the one to carry your goddamn casket.
Yeah.
I will take that fucking job.
That's a deep cut for anybody that's looked into I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, no, you know, Dan, I just wanted to bring this shit up. It's honestly shit that fucking really gets to me.
You haven't even begun to defile yourself.
Dude,
I know that there's so much more, and that you are even more prepared to run us even longer than we already have.
I mean, I could do another hour probably.
Oh,
but,
my God.
You know, I can...
Some days we run till the sun go down.
Do you guys want to see something fun?
By all means,
Yeah.
please let us have something fun.
Okay. Let me see this. Okay, this is kind of fun. Oh, Jesus. Okay. How about I do two things that are fun?
We're talking about Michael Dean. Oh, God, that was his name, right? Michael Dean, or was it Harry Dean Stanton?
No, that's Scott Bakula.
Oh, damn it, Scott Bakula.
Okay, I have a few fun ones. I have a few fun ones for you guys.
Steak? Did somebody say steak? No, I said mistake. Well, see, now you got me all excited. I'll set myself up. I don't give a fuck.
All right. So this one.
Jay, I'm just going to say I haven't shout out to the fucking audience in a while.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
But Jay, we also had Margot and Jay join us. And Jay, if you don't make that a fucking a fucking whiskey old fashioned, a fucking bourbon old fashioned, I'm going to slap the crap out of you and then take your fist to my goddamn face afterwards because you're a Marine and I am not.
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, Marines just fuck shit up, dude. They don't do anything good. They're just all damage.
Oh, and he will damage the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
totally.
I will happily for calling him out for making a goddamn bitch martini.
And Marines are
making an old fashioned, you bastard.
They're the good kind of damage because, like, there was
no, 100%.
I
have 100% gotten in his face and known I was wrong.
My special or
to
my
the point in which I was about to be fucked the shit up.
My SF friend is a Green Beret. And like, you know, of course, fucking shit.
He was in the dirt, in the sand, fucking shit up,
carrying 90-pound packs and killing whoever was in their way.
I can't confirm or deny what his confirmed was, but he would have fucked me up like I was some stupid blonde bitch who tried to pretend. No, I don't like.
Yeah, he would have taken a fucking K-bar and stuck it right under your ribs.
Killed me.
Yeah. So this is just something cool that I saw. It's one of those racist police documentaries. I mean, seriously, watch how this guy moves. It's crazy. It's unbelievable. If you can't see this, please watch this. If this guy can't blow himself, I don't know who can. Look at that shit. His head is in his own ass. That's so crazy.
Okay, we officially found fucking Voldo from Soul Calibur.
Voldo. I don't know if I know that.
He was the contortionist who used the fucking, like, you don't even know.
Knives?
He used knives in his hands.
Yeah, like Wolverine,
did that
right?
Contortion shit.
Yeah.
All over the
I think I know who you're
fighting
talking about.
Stage.
I always think of Vega.
And he looked like he was in bondage the entire goddamn time.
Yeah.
Is Voldo from Soul Calibur.
All right.
We just found out who the fuck plays that. And I will happily take any kind of damage from anyone for anything I have said.
So I don't know if people remember Quantum Leap. One of my favorite fucking shows. You watched I watched MacGyver and Quantum Leap. Those were my two sons there.
The other one that got really good traction, I don't care who the fuck you are, was Sliders.
Yeah, that was okay. I didn't really get into it. Yeah, that was a little bit after,
but it was kind of in the genre.
Yeah. That was Chris O'Connell, and I think that was in the 90s.
It was
mid 90s.
It
where
was
this
Charlie
was like,
O'Connell, but yes. I don't know. It was an O'Connell.
Yes. So this is from Quantum Leap.
Watch me jump a rabbit out of my head.
And what Quantum Leap was it was a guy, and I feel like he was like part of the military or something because his
at one point in time.
Yeah, because his like basically his angel on his shoulder was
not Iggy.
no
Iggy was the name.
Ziggy was the
Ziggy was the name of the device.
Yeah, I can't remember what he was, but he was like an admiral or something, and he like controlled Ziggy.
It was his
and
buddy.
Basically,
They became buddies.
he couldn't stop leaping from one time and place and person. He would have to leap into someone's life, and like once he completed his task,
Almost
so he like
quantumly.
so he would like bring a family back together, or he would make sure somebody didn't do something terrible, or he would whatever, make sure
Wait.
Hitler didn't do whatever Hitler did.
American Doctor Who?
Maybe, I don't know. But
Nerd.
So what he would do is he would jump into different lives, and one of the funny parts is when he always looked in a mirror and saw what he looked like.
Right, but he was always the same dude.
Yeah, he's the same guy. He sees himself as the same guy, and then So here we go.
I'm retarded?
Pretty good, right? Yeah. God damn, I love people that make these fucking memes, dude. Yeah. Aren't they the best? How much time did they spend on that? That's amazing. All right, so this might be the second to last one.
Okay. Oh my God.
So
she's all right, Steve. You made up for the rest
Yeah.
of them. God damn it.
okay,
Oh
so
my God, run it.
a man dual
Beautiful man.
wielding raw steaks slaps diners in the face at a vegan restaurant, yelling, "If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding."
How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat?
It's
you behind the brain shed.
he's 70
Stand still, laddie.
he's 73 years old, and he's in OJ, California. OJ.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
So
Fucking
good.
Pink Floyd all the goddamn way.
Let's see. Clinton, a long life resident of OJ, has not been a fan of vegan restaurants popping up and taking over the cities he loves.
His
Used to
name
be a
was
time,
Clinton?
I guess, yeah. Used to be a time when you could choose from several different places to enjoy a steak on Friday night. Now you're lucky if you can find one. All these meatless options are silly, overpriced, and un-American. What about the folks that want some beef and don't care if you're unkept armpits and electric cars? Well, the town I love doesn't give a shit about us anymore.
That is beautiful. Fucking beautiful.
Of the dozen or so victims of Brewers, 3, or of the dozen or so victims of Brewer, 3 were sent to the local hospital with superficial wounds. Oh, no shit.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
they got boo-boos by steak.
Goddamn vegans. Okay, well, here's one that is political, but also very funny. So this is Nancy Pelosi, the former.
She was a speaker.
I believe
of the
she's the
House.
former Speaker of the House. She might be the Senate Minority Leader or whatever the fuck it is. But here's what she thinks.
The one who failed the border and failed
That was
January
Harris.
6th.
Oh, yeah.
She
well,
failed January 6th.
She
and
didn't fail.
admitted-
She just.
No, she admitted that
Oh,
she
yeah,
failed
yeah.
January 6th
Yeah.
in a fucking
Because she
personal
was Speaker
vehicle.
of the House then. Yeah, yeah.
Because she said that she was supposed to have National Guard and she didn't fucking do it. Anyway,
Yeah.
you were saying.
She was a Democrat, so yes, she did. Okay, so here's what she says.
In a good place to make whatever decision, top of his game. Such a consequential president.
So she's talking about Biden. Just listen.
If you didn't know what a witch looked like before, pay notes.
Yeah.
A good place to make whatever decision, top of his game. Such a consequential president of the United States, a Mount Rushmore kind of president of the United States.
Are
Want
you
to know
really
what comes
saying
next.
that he belongs up there on Mount Rushmore? Lincoln and Joe Biden.
But you got Teddy Roosevelt up there, and he's wonderful. I don't say take him down, but you can add Biden.
So she thinks Joe Biden should be added to Mount Rushmore.
You know what would never, ever, ever get anyone to visit Mount Rushmore again?
Mm-hmm. When it was a farce.
Put Joe Biden up there.
Yeah.
Swear to God, you put Joe Biden up there, that will be a national monument that will never have anyone visit it ever again.
I wonder if all of them were Republicans up on the Mount Rushmore. That'd be interesting to find out.
Lincoln,
Roosevelt definitely was.
Washington?
Lincoln was. I don't know if they had that back then.
And douchebag? I'm probably wrong. I'll literally guess.
Jefferson, I think it was.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Slap me in the face.
If they were, they were. Like, if those are the other two, they were definitely Republican. So I don't think any Democratic president has done anything remarkable enough to, carve them in the side of a mountain. So, do you want to give a shout out to anybody else before we?
Oh, we got Jay.
exit?
We got Margot. They were
Awesome.
the only additions, really. Everybody else fucking
Yeah.
hiked up their thongs and left.
Badasses.
I'm calling them.
Yeah.
I'm calling them out.
That's cool.
They fucking left.
No, they didn't. They like our political rants. It's
They're
got to be.
they're good. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll slap me in the face afterwards, which is fine. I will happily take that fucking steak to the face.
Honestly, it's a different show, and I think the
It
way
is a
that
way
the world
different
is,
show.
the way that the world is, it's a hard time to be,
You know what the best part is
meh,
about you and me?
meh.
Get the fuck over yourself.
Yeah,
It's the world today.
Dick bags.
Laugh,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
All right,
This
keep
is
going.
The crazy shit that brings us all together and
Laugh,
gets
for
us
fuck's sake.
gets us to avoid what's going on in the UK.
Keep
that's
going.
That's really it. So, anyways, we love y'all. Please check
Oh
us
shit,
out.
we're
on,
actually calling it good.
I think. Well, yeah.
Okay.
I've got another hour, dude.
I know
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
hour. I fucking love you,
I'm
Steve.
prepared for too much.
Oh my God. No,
yeah.
I will 100%. You are amazing. All right.
Thank you.
So I'm going to do a little shout out.
Sure.
Real quick. So we have a new contest on Instagram.
The IG.
I am hosting.
Yeah.
It is called Share Your Best Daredevil River Boy. I don't care what the fuck it looks like.
Yeah.
Fucking post it. Post it to our Instagram page at Daredevil River on Instagram. Share your artistic capabilities, even if it's something that you think it might not be bad. I don't care if it's a doodle. Fucking share it. I will post it. And on the 29th of August, which will be our show for the end of the month, I will post the best one, either creativity or artistically. I'll go through various different judgments about it. It doesn't matter. But the point is, get out there, share, subscribe, like, post us on Instagram, blast us everywhere.
Yeah.
We love you guys so goddamn much.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here today. To everyone and no one, we fucking love you. Steve, what else we got?
Well, I just wanted to say I totally agree with you. And, I mean, like, even if we get some really good shit, that will go on our merch. Like, we haven't released merch yet. We don't have, like, a...
I will 100% say that the best one will get a sticker made.
Oh, absolutely.
A sticker will be made of the best one. 100%. You will get sent a sticker of your best Daredevil River.
And even if it's a picture of something, we can digitize it. We can do
fucking
something.
Matter. Fucking make it work.
We'll send it through
Love
AI
it.
or whatever the fuck.
Love it.
Yeah, to get it going. And we're looking for audience participation. We want people to, and if you do come up with the best gear, we will send you whatever it is we make out of it. So if we make shirts or we make hats or we make whatever.
And we will 100% endorse you.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely. And then, yeah, exactly. Promote, because if you have people that are artists that you think are great, please, introduce them to the show, and I'm sure they would come to love it just like you do. Yeah, we want to build a community of people that contribute, just like our people in the chat and people leaving comments and subscribing and fucking liking and
share, subscribe to everyone.
Well, and because what we want to do with this show is actually grow and
continue
build and
continue to grow.
Be able to
we're growing. Even if you think it's at a slow pace, we're growing.
Yeah. But even
watch us.
But we want to be able to monetize our stuff. And if people help us, we can do that. And we want to take all the people with us here right now, the people that are starting us off. We want them to come, and we will bring you for free, and we will just keep
until
entertaining.
We get to the ranch.
Yes.
The ranch is in progress.
Yeah.
Fucking watch us.
You guys are all our initial people, and that's what's really important to us, is that we have that fan base. And
oh my God, we love every single one of you.
Hell yes. Yeah. The people that show up, it's amazing. And the people that watch afterwards, we get like a certain amount of people in the chat, and then we get 5 times that much watching the show afterwards. Like, you're all awesome.
Just don't forget to fucking like it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
like, subscribe, for goddamn.
Yeah. I like it. I just want people to watch. I want people to be a part of it.
We keep growing.
Yep.
Let us grow.
Absolutely.
We will keep going.
No, help us grow.
Help us grow.
Yeah. So anyways, we love you guys. We'll be back next Thursday at 7 p.m.
Next Thursday, 7
Mountain Standard Time.
Mountain Standard Time.
So 5 p.m. No, wait.
6 p.m. Pacific.
Yep, 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Eastern.
6 p.m. Pacific, yes.
6 p.m. Pacific.
Yep.
8 p.m. Central.
Yes.
Sorry, math.
Yeah.
I try to not do it even once. Run it, Steve.
Excellent. We love y'all.
Best podcast in the world. The world would not be the same.
I like it.
No wonder my anxiety's so high.
Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death.
Sounds like a bad time.
The destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Rama, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need best podcast
I
in the
think just
world.
sitting down and,
Sensible sociopath. I like this. Is the shit you're supposed
No
to be
wonder my
watching.
anxiety's so
Gen X
high.
is gonna love it. Millennials are gonna be like, I'm offended.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my God, that's enormous.
I love it.
It's still a racist dog.
We're gonna have like a rotating cast of characters.
Talking baby seals.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to
Now I am become death.
Sounds like a bad time.
The destroyer of worlds.
propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet.
You didn't tell me
Because
any
Steve
of that.
Irwin
That's
died
crazy.